Peter Jackson versus Amazon. Who did I say? Elvis. Oh my god! Oh my god! I said Elvis! What is going on with me today? What is going on? What is this stream? Elvis comparison. Elves comparison. Pete, let's go, let's go. Don't make me, don't attempt. Exactly my point. Like, can you bring so awesome looking elves? They all have short hair suddenly. The tampon commercial. I feel like they really needed to have long straight hair. That would have made so much difference. Only she has long hair. Like, how is he? How is this a thing? And Lord of the Rings will always be superior. I miss the glow. This is when they try too hard. This is literally like too much. The slow-mo that you add is just terrible. How much better this is.
There will be ample time later to discuss official matters. I want to hear about you. Your harrowing journey.
Why, Elrond? You really have become a politician.
How is this the same guy? Explain to me, how is he the same guy? He would never say something like that.
You really have become a politician.
A warrior, a soldier, not a politician.
You should have stayed dead.
Look how cool he is. Such a fighter.
You really have become a politician.
Who is that?
Commander of the Northern Armies, Galadriel.
Cool. This fight is like, you know, when she slashes through an enemy, it's like she's cutting cheese and butter. But then in the between, she's just flipping around and doing shit, you know, just to look cool. That's how it feels like. Standing straight. and just one movement. With one movement, so much power. The movement that actually did the damage on the enemy is the one that has full power. That's all you have to do. That's how you show that someone is powerful. When they just poof, and kill someone. Not...
The blood of Numenor is all but spent. Its pride and dignity
Emotional
forgotten.
damage, really.
It is because of men the ring survives. I was there, Gandalf. I was there 3,000 years ago. I was there the day the strength of men failed.
Like a spring rain over the bones of a dead animal. Spring rain over the bones of...
Harold Elrond, the Council regrets to inform you, you won't be permitted to attend the next session. Elf Lords only.
I led Isildur into the heart of Mount Doom, where the ring was forged, the one place it could be destroyed. Cast it into the fire! Destroy it! Isildur! It should have ended that day, but evil was allowed to endure.
Was there anything else?
Yes, your friend has arrived.
She's here. Why didn't you say so?
Such a softie, yeah.
There's no strength left in the world of men. They're scattered, divided, leaderless.
Do I have the look of a deserter? What have elves ever done to you? Do you blame us for your being stranded here?
I don't like her acting, bro. Like, the comparison between his acting and her. Look the power, the emotions in his expressions. Everything is connected. His facial expressions with the way he's talking, the way he's feeling. We can see it. We can feel it. But she's just animatronic. Like, I don't know.
Do I have the look of a deserter? What have elves ever done to you? Do you blame us for your being stranded here? I need
That's
to
how
know
I feel
how many
like when I
there
watch
were,
her.
under whose banner they marched, and then you are going to take them to their last known location. Are you going to tell me where the enemy is or not?
How many times is she turning and talking? What is this?
Will you look into the mirror?
What will I see?
Even the wisest cannot tell, for the mirror shows.
So different. She's slowly walking, slowly talking. Everything is on the words that she's saying. All the power is in the words.
Many things. Things that
It's so
were,
wise here.
things that are, and some things that have not yet come to pass.
Leave the army to me. Why are you dodging the question? Because rather than rest in glory, I chose to seek out the very enemy responsible for your suffering. I have pursued this foe since before the first sunrise bloodied the sky. It would take longer than your lifetime
Elvis.
to speak the names of those they've taken from me. So letting it lie
Elvis
is
with
not an option.
Gandalf the Grey did not pass the borders of this land. He has fallen into shadow.
A Balrog
She's like
of
an
Mordor.
ASMR walking.
For we went needlessly into the net of Moria.
Do not let the great emptiness of Khazad-dûm fill your heart, Gimli, son of Gloin. For the world has grown full of peril.
And look at you now. Commander of the Northern Armies. Warrior of the Wastelands. I half expected you to arrive caked in grime and mud.
This time frostbite and troll blood.
The power of the enemy is growing. In his heart, Frodo begins to understand. The quest will claim his life. You know this. You have foreseen it. It is the risk
So much
we all
better.
took.
What I noticed about how to make something epic, for example, Game of Thrones does that really well. Even with the sequel of Game of Thrones, it's not about how much content you add into something to make it a quality-based thing. For example, if you have a dialogue or a monologue, you don't have to talk a lot or add so much information into something to make it more epic. It's actually the lack of information and for us, the lack of knowledge, what makes it epic, because you give space to imagination. You leave space for us to wonder. And that's what is good about Lord of the Rings compared to the newer series. The newer series, everybody's talking too much. There is so much going on. While in the old Lord of the Rings, look, you watch for 5 minutes a dialogue between two people that could have been said in 1 minute, for example. But the epicness is on how slowly it's going. It gives us so much time to think, to understand, to just live through it, you know, to experience it fully.
The evil is gone.
Then why is it not gone from in here?
Epicness.
After all you have endured, it is only natural to feel conflicted.
Conflicted? I am grateful you have not known evil as I have.
Yeah, every time she gets mad, her nostrils go like this. Like that.
But you have not seen what I have seen.
I have seen my share.
You have not seen what I have seen.
I'm so mean. I'm
Do you
sorry,
truly believe
guys.
seeking him out will
I
satisfy you?
should not say stuff
That
like
one more orc
that.
upon the point of your
Just
blade will
don't,
bring
I
you
dislike
peace.
her as this character.
If you are wrong,
I'm not
if
wrong.
you are
Her
wrong,
acting is not the best.
I've heard that hobbits are very resilient. I've also heard they're fond of the comforts of home.
See?
You are very welcome to stay here,
Not a lot,
if that
a lot of
is your
talk.
wish.
We have a scene where he's just looking in the distance, imagining things. That's it.
Anything you can find on the Southlands.
Our records are limited concerning the mortal kingdoms.
Yeah, they talk so
I shall have
fast.
to scour the catacombs for that information.
3 weeks.
Go. Speak of this to no one.
She tried her best. I don't blame the actor. They always do. Just a misfit. Maybe directing was bad. Also, the writing was bad, you know?
Galadriel!
Amazon was not an imposter. When she walks in the old Lord of the Rings, it feels like she's floating around. That's not Galadriel.
A door was filled in here.
Farewell, Frodo Baggins.
She would not do that.
I give you the light of Erendil, our most beloved star.
She's so gentle.
May it be a light for you in dark places, when all other lights go
Yeah,
out.
Khalil, I understand.
Sometimes to find the light, we must first touch the darkness.
I mean, I
hand
don't
is
see her using power at all. Maybe she will still, she will learn how
This
to
place
use
is
it in
so
the
evil, our
future.
torches give off no warmth. There are many ways to kill an orc, but for you, I will keep it strong and simple. Stab, twist, gut.
Oh my god, this was one of the most ridiculous scenes in the whole series. I watched this and I was like, yeah, sure. Gravity 0. Sense 0. It's like a choreography. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
If you want him, come and claim him.
Nino hithaiglir lasto bethair, rimonin bruinen lanin lair. Nino hithaiglir lasto bethair, rimonin bruinen lanin lair.
It's like, it's so funny that the guy is holding that sword and she just takes it from him. It's like, he just let her take it. Like, yeah, take it. Here you go. Take it. Where's the grip? Where's the hold? This is where you use slow-mo in a good way. An epic way.
Don't plant roots. Keep moving.
Yeah, you clearly can see how much more epic. What a choreography, man. Oh, it's in the Matrix too. Oh my god, I need to watch Lord of the Rings again.
Vaigivar, Dinalang, Anurang.
Never trust brute force to best an orc. Soft and easiest.
Yeah, they're using the Hobbit as well. Although for me, the Hobbit was way weaker. And the reason is because of the CGI not being very well implemented. Also, when they tried to make elves weightless, they forgot that gravity exists. And I really disliked some of those scenes. The rest was really good when it comes to Hobbit. But still, Lord of the Rings is number one.
To outmaneuver them.
And on each occasion, it ended in tragedy. It ended in death.
You need not remind me.
Then why do you persist? Give me one reason. One.
Arondir! Medor!
The High King has declared the days of war are over.
All the fire outposts are being disbanded. We're leaving.
That wasn't a bad scene. So,
Frodo, we must get him to my father.
They sculpt the rock with the respect of one who cares for an aged parent. I've long wanted to see them work.
I had no idea you admired them, sir.
I admire all who can see into the mystery of things, who can divine from the plainness of what is, the beauty of what could be.
A shadow that grows in the dark. A sleepless malice as black as the oncoming wall of night. So it ever was. So will it always be. In time, all foul things come forth.
How long can living flesh endure where even sunlight fears to tread? Perhaps we would be wise to camp here.
We are losing the light.
this wasn't a bad scene.
Gandalf, Faranem Lamos, Iudulo Charar.
Chara.
Strange for orcs to come so close to our borders. Something or someone has drawn them near.
Ah, that may have been us.
You know, I'd forgotten that until this moment. Isn't that odd?
You seem unsettled today, my lord. What troubles you?
No, I promised myself I wouldn't mention it. He's your friend. Either he's avoiding me, or he's hiding something.
Strange creatures bearing the mark of the White Hand have been seen on our borders.
They're right,
Seldom
you
do
guys.
orcs journey in the open under the sun, yet these have done so.
Everything in the Lord of the Rings, when they speak, everything sounds so magical. It sounds so epic. So I don't know how to explain it, but the writing is so bad. Like, for example, in this scene where they're sitting and talking to each other, just change the outfit and it looks like a British drama series.
Either he's avoiding me, or he's hiding.
Just make him wear some British outfit and with some background and like a breakfast with sausage, and there you go. It doesn't sound elfish.
Something.
Strange creatures bearing the mark of the White Hand have been seen on our borders. Seldom do
I would be a
orcs
better
journey
director.
in the open under the sun, yet these have done so.
I feel like I would have done better job.
By river, you have the chance of outrunning the enemy to the falls of Rauros.
You know why a ship floats and a stone cannot? Because the stone sees only downward.
They're leaving Middle-earth.
never to return.
What were you before the war?
A grower.
And you shall be returning home to far more than you left.
Did they say a grower?
Honors, title.
Yes, he was
Your
a
life
grower,
will
not a
begin
shower.
anew.
Lady Alwyn,
Sorry.
we cannot delay. My lady!
Nah, man.
Did you
You know what is also for me? I'm not gonna see this last scene. Look how it's actually perfectly aligned with the annotations.
draw some water? I think you talk too much.
That's cool.
And you smell of rotten leaves.
Okay, what I wanted to say, you know, my biggest issue with this is that I don't understand why would you put so much money and so much worth into an experiment. Amazon experimented with this and they failed miserably. Why would you experiment with so much money? Why don't you go the safe way? You have so much material to go with. You already had these characters on screen. All you had to do is find people like that look like them, can act like them, and sound like them. Is it that hard? You had an easy job. Just give them the material, give them the movies so they can watch it and recreate these characters as actors. And if they don't do a good job, just find someone else. Don't make your own version of characters that we have already seen and we know how they act, behave, talk, etc. And look, of course. Look. Especially look. You could have just went the easy, safe way with something that we already... I feel like people are scared. They were scared to just bring the same thing. As if we would say, oh, it's just a copy of something original that is so much better. You had an easy job or you did a lousy job doing that. And they wanted to make it a whole new thing. And somehow like disconnect it from Lord of the Rings and make it its own epic thing. And they failed. And they lost so much money because of that. Just do what we like and we're asking for. Do a favor for the fans. Bring the same thing, just with newer CGI or whatever, and that's it. Easy. You really did not have to go all the way, honestly. You could have made it so much easier for yourself. Yeah.